Hi everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome back. Just a quick house cleaning matter. I have and am still busy catching up on email as discussed before, but for the sake of new subscribers, I just want to repeat something I have mentioned before. After having a threat of legal action a couple of months ago, and I'm not going to go into specifics. Let's just say I said something which was private information and which I obtained privately. I managed to wrangle myself out of it without involving anyone else, but I learned a lesson from it and therefore decided to never mention any of my subscribers in my videos by name. That way, I take full responsibility for what I say and put out in my videos. And should something like that ever happen again, no one else can and will be drawn into the drama. It is thus my policy to try to email everyone back or to personally somehow acknowledge receiving your email. Unfortunately, there are weeks in which it is just a little too much, but I do try and I do get to everybody at least once in a while, sometimes or most of the time. It is also thus my policy to thank those of you who make a donation or send a gift via email instead of listing you by name in a video. The last 2 weeks, though, something changed on PayPal, and this happened after I changed my bank account and got a new card. I don't know whether the one has something to do with the other or whether it's just coincidence. But some of you I can thank via PayPal messaging, which is something I haven't seen before. Maybe it's a new facility, or maybe it's just a new facility for me that I've been somehow upgraded, or whatever. I don't know. But some of you I can thank via PayPal messaging, but others I don't seem to be able to. Some show an email address which I can use to thank you, which I have been doing all along, but now suddenly others don't. So I'm battling to show my appreciation and get to each one of you. But I want you all to know that even if you have not heard from me recently to say thank you, that it's not because I don't appreciate you and your efforts, but because I'm technically disadvantaged. And it takes me a while to figure out when my programs are upgraded or things change exactly how to do things again. My daughter will join me for a while between all her activities to help sort out the technical issues I've had since I got the new laptop. Like I said, changed bank accounts, my old microphone broke, and all those things life throws at you when you are actually living life and trying to be a YouTuber of some sorts. So hopefully I'll be back on track soon with my daughter Robin's help. Okay, guys, so let's get back to our royal dramas. Firstly, don't we all remember only too well how Harry and Meghan, and dear Harry in particular, lectured us on the dangers of the internet and social media? How he joined an organization to investigate the evils of social media and the internet? Well, guess what, guys? It was just made known that Harry's Travelist today announced that Google will be joining its coalition as a partner, alongside existing partners like Booking.com, Skyscanner, TripAdvisor, and Visa. Now, what is significant in this is not only the hypocrisy of good old Harry, but also that from what I understand, Harry is a 75% shareholder in Travelist. So I'm guessing that he will receive 75% of the kickback Travelist receives when someone books a trip via any of these companies. So, guys, that is something we need to think about. But anyway, so now let's move on to the issue which had been grinding my guts for a while now. Let's start with Harry and Meghan's upcoming or existing visit to New York and the Global Citizen Live event. It now transpires that they will also be meeting with Mayor Bill de Blasio at One World or the One World Conservatory. Anyway, as I was working on this video, footage actually came through of them going to the One World Observatory or whatever it's called. Never mind. So what does this tell us? It certainly appears as if Harry and Meghan cherry picks liberal mayors and politicians to hobnob with in order to network and create globalist connections with or to further Meghan's political ambitions, or perhaps to further their own liberal, woke, divisive political and business agendas. Now, I have spoken about this, Paula M. have spoken about this, and so has many others. But a portion of the public appears not to want to hear it, and the monarchy themselves remains tone deaf. The royal website still clearly states that Harry and Meghan represents the United Kingdom and the Queen while abroad. So, in my opinion, we have all been taken for fools. You will not catch Harry and Meghan meeting with, say, a Republican, be it a mayor or a politician. So there is absolutely no question as to whether they are politically neutral or not, because they are not. They have made their political stance and choices very clear, and it appears as if the royal family are approving or accepting those choices and may even, in fact, be endorsing it. Why else would the Harkles remain on the website as representatives of the United Kingdom and the Queen? This is totally unacceptable, as Britain is supposed to have a constitutional monarchy, which, among other things, mean that they should remain politically neutral. It is also unacceptable for a member of the British royal family to intervene with the politics of another country. So what the heck is happening with the royal family? I personally have never ever endorsed the theory of, say, a one world order or a new world order, and the word globalist meant absolutely nothing to me. I just wasn't really interested. But now I'm starting to think that perhaps I should start to take more notice, as if the political or alleged political agenda is not enough to stop us in our tracks. It has now come in that once again the Harkles flew to New York by private jet and arrived in a gas-guzzling SUV and was indeed again collected from the airport in a gas-guzzling SUV. Yet they, and the royal family in particular, Prince Charles, are still preaching climate change and carbon emissions to all of us. The point is not what they are preaching, because there may be merit in that, but that they are preaching at all. And this is once again just a clear example of do as I say and do not do as I do. But never mind this. What happened to Harry's hair? A week ago it was full and bright orange. Today it is sort of bleached yellow, and he is still balding. I believe it was quite humid in New York today, but Megsy Daisy, in her true never get it right style, arrived in all black, black polo neck top, black pants, and a thick black coat. All she needed was the pointy hat and the broom. The other thing is that we now obviously know that they will be in New York for 3 days. So, who is taking care of the kids? Lilibet is, after all, only 3 months and 19 days old, supposedly. Well, I don't know about other people, but I cannot remember leaving my 3 month old with anyone else. So I'm just putting that out there. Well, I guess old Megsy got exactly what she wanted after all. 1 foot in and 1 foot out. She still gets to use the royal titles, gets to wave at non-existing crowds, gets treated like a royal in the United States, is still on the royal website, well, back in her home state of California, flaunting herself and merchandising to her heart's content. Congratulations to them and the royal family. I wanted to talk about the program about Prince Philip I watched last night, but after going through the photographs of Pinky and the Brain in New York, I just do not have the appetite for it. May the man rest in peace, and we shall talk about the tribute some other day. Okay, my dear friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time and your attention. I really do appreciate all of you. I'll be back as soon as I can. And until then, take good care of yourselves. Bye.